had to cut that. We could probably get a new one of those. We'll get some more of this tube that's rock hard, that'll never go back up its hole. Tank straps, well knackered. So I think it's on to Walkers and get some nice stainless steel ones. So there's our tank. We'll get it out, give it a clean up. Right, here's what we've got. I've cleaned the tank, sealed up the two outlets, given the tank a good clean. I've cut this old pipe off. So we've got a new filler pipe and clips. We've got new tank straps from Walkers, stainless steel tank straps. And we've got a new length of pipe which will go on there, which goes to the filler, the fuel filler. So we've got these pads in place. I've glued that one on, that came off. New Jubilee clips, new pipe. So the first job we can do is take this off and put the pipe on. That's tight. This pipe, it's rock hard, so I don't want to pull too much in case we damage this fitting, so we're putting a new pipe on, so I'll cut it off. It's cold here this morning, so this is a jam jar full of hot water, and I've got the end of the hose in there, softened it up. It's a petroleum safe tube, so it's quite stiff. Right, let's get that on. Perfect. Wrong way around. I want it to be that way. Right. Excellent. Right, we'll tighten that up, and we'll get the tank round underneath the car. Right, that's done. That's attached. So this pipe here, we need to keep that clip off there because the prop shaft goes down there. So as we lift the tank, we're going to have to detach that from there and pass it over the prop shaft and then do it up again. The tank is on the piece of wood, on the jack, in position to raise. Now I'm going to get the tank straps in position. Right, everything was going well until I put too much strain on this outlet pipe for the plastic pipe, and it's cracked the nut that holds it in place on the collar, so that nut is actually cracked. So it's back to the drawing board on that. I've got this secured so it doesn't fall into the tank, and luckily it does go over the outlet, so I'm going to have to find something like that somewhere. Okay, back to the drawing board. Right, there's our nut. So I went home, went to my plumbing box and found that, which was the nearest thing. So that goes in there. So I went to the plumber's merchants, no such thing. So my next stop was Dave's garage, and that fits on there nicely, so hopefully it's the same thread as that. So what I'm going to do is cut this down to size. So I'll do what I can. I want to put that in a vise and just slice the top of it. Now I'm well away from the fuel tank, so I'll put that in the vise and get the angle grinder on it. That should do it. Let's give that a try. Well, as beautiful as that item is, it didn't work. The thread in here is too fine. There's quite a coarse thread in there. So I went to see my good friend Ken around the corner, and he said plastic weld the nut, or if you can't do that, put the nut on and then Jubilee clip the nut tight so the nut's gripping on the flange with the Jubilee clip around it. So that's what I've done, and it's worked. That's quite solid. So what I'm going to do is, when I install this, I'm going to cable tie this pipe to something so that it doesn't flap about. I've got the tank on the jack. I'm checking its position and lifting it up into place. With the tank supported on the jack, fit the two rear straps, then fit the fronts. The fronts fit over the backs on the two outside fittings. Make sure the tank fits snugly on the straps. Wiggle it about until it feels right, sits comfortably on the straps. You'll need to block and jack up the front straps to get them over the mounting bolts. Probably have to squeeze the tank up a bit, and then you can bolt them on and tighten them up. So the filler pipe's done up, the vent pipe, overflow pipe, whatever it is, that's done up on the top. We've got new Jubilee clips, giving them a spray of oil, so that end, it's complete. What I have noticed is that there's not much clearance between the filler pipe and the exhaust pipe, which is not good. And there was no shield with this car, so I'm going to have to find something. I'm going to have to find some kind of protection between there. So I'll think about that one, but the rest of the tank is okay. I got the pipe attached to the filler, the vent pipe, the clear vent pipe. Now I've put these back. Now they were a bit of a squeeze to get in, so I put a bit of WD on the seals, but I had to feed the O-ring into the holes. They were very tight, they didn't want to go in, but they're in now and that's tight. So we'll get the fuel level sensor connected and get it all tidied up. Right, it's all okay underneath. We've got the pipe connected in the back. We've got the bolster there. We've got the trim, the door trim. We've got the covers and the pump and the level sensor. We've got everything plugged in. Got the carpet down. So before I go any further, I'm going to connect the battery and we're going to see if the car actually runs.